Huawei is a national security risk and has engaged in unacceptable acts like routing network information to the Chinese government, former Google CEO Eric Schmidt has claimed. There's no question that Huawei has engaged in some practices that are not acceptable in national security, Schmidt said in a documentary to be aired on BBC Radio. There's no question that information from Huawei routers has ultimately ended up in hands that would appear to be the state, he added. However that happened, we're sure it happened. The telecommunications giant has often been accused of posing risks to national security, with U.S. officials worried it could enable Chinese espionage. Washington has put significant pressure on allies to bar Huawei from accessing their next-generation 5G mobile networks. The UK is now reviewing a decision to allow the firm a restricted role in its 5G rollout. Huawei has repeatedly denied accusations that it passes data to Beijing and insists it's independent from government. Vice President Victor Zhang told the BBC that Schmidt's suggestion Huawei was handing customer data to the Chinese authorities was simply not true. Schmidt, who led Google from 2001 to 2011, is now chair of the Pentagon's Defense Innovation Board. In his interview with the BBC, he said he had previously held prejudices about China, such as the belief that tech firms in the country are very good at copying things. He added that these prejudices now need to be thrown out. The Chinese are just as good, and maybe better, in key areas of research and innovation as the West, Schmidt told the U-state-backed broadcaster. He urged Western countries to keep pace with the world's second-largest economy by investing more in research funding, ensuring increased public-private sector collaboration and remaining open to international talent. It's not the first time Schmidt has commented on China. In 2018, the billionaire warned of a bifurcation of the Internet into two separate models, one led by the US, and the other by China. He also admitted to having advocated for Google's work in China when it originally pulled out of the country. Google nixed plans to launch a censored search engine in China in 2018 following outrage from employees. For more on Schmidt's views about Huawei, read the BBC's report here.